Hello guys, today now we're going to be looking at the range of Innovv cameras we have available. We will be installing one of them onto a Goldwing, and after the installation we will also show you how the app works and how you can use it on your computer to get map details of your trip. Now the range of cameras we have available are the H5, which is the helmet camera, the K3 bike camera, K5 again bike camera, and the K6, which comes in two versions. They come in the motorbike version and the pedal bike version. So without any further ado, let's go and we start the installation. Okay, the camera we're going to install on the bike will be the K5. It's one I have preference for because it has a 4K front camera, a 1K rear camera. The only thing I don't like about it is there's a big jumble of wires behind the front camera, but that's not the end of the world. So the contents of the box are your camera, all its cables. So this is your front camera, and as you can see, it has a big lump of cables coming out of it. Everything is controlled through the front camera. You have your rear camera. You have your remote control that goes up onto your dashboard somewhere, and you have your GPS. Then in these boxes you have your wiring, microphone if you so wish to use it, and you have all the fishing screws for multiple installation options, everything from sticky pad to screwing them in. So depending on the bike that you're installing it on will depend on which ones you use. So we'll start the installation now onto the bike. Okay, the first thing we're going to do now is sort out the front camera. Now I have already put the brackets onto it, a U-shaped bracket with your rubber washer underneath. And what you got to do now is position it under here, see where you want it. Now, if you have an eagle on the front of your fender, it could end up being in the way, so just keep an eye on that. Now, we don't have to remove this entire front, so you've got two screws under there, which we've already removed. You just need a small bit of leverage, so to speak, a bit of space. Now, what's that? Now, I've already drilled a hole for it, so that's already done. So that'll be the camera installed on the front of the bike. Next now we're going to have to remove the seat and start installing the rear camera. So next we'll remove the seat. Just remove the two armrests or the handles. And just do the same on the other side. Okay, now we'll install the rear camera. That can be a bit more challenging because from one of the cables going all the way the length of the bike, and the cable can be a bit short for the Goldwing because it's such a long bike. Now I've decided now to install it up over the rear light. There's a small panel there that can be easily accessed, considering you also have to drill a hole through it. So what we have to do first of all, remove the rear lights. Now I've already taken out the 4 acorn nuts that are inside the saddlebag. And we had 2 nuts up there which I've already removed. So that enables me to kind of move this out. And I've also opened up the 4 nuts inside there to give myself a small bit of play under the trunk. Now we're installing this in the middle. So drill a small hole. Now we'll route the cable up under here before we install it. And we've already put the bracket onto the camera. So Now next thing now is to route the cable up under a saddlebag. Now as I said, I've already taken out 4 screws out of the saddlebag. That gives me a small bit of play. Now I should have something here. So I've already routed through a cable tie, which we'll use to pull our cable through. Hopefully it'll make it without any trouble. So that went nicely. As I said, it's handy opening the 4 bolts in the trunk. Gives you a small bit extra room. Now we'll just start putting the rear back together as we're finished here. Okay, next we're going to install the power module first. Now this requires a live, obviously earth, but also an ignition source. One of the advantages of this unit is if someone rear ends you while while your bike is parked, the camera would automatically come on, hopefully catching the person if they try and drive off. So for the earth, that is live. And the yellow is the ignition source. So that's the wiring of it done. Now we've got to do now is feed all this cabling up into the front of the bike. It's the one part of this installation I don't like. On the K3s it was much easier because everything was worked through a module on into the center of the bike, but what can we do? So we'll start with the camera because I already have a cable tie tied onto the end of that. So what I'm going to do is loosen this bolt and enable me to pull the fairing out of it. And hopefully that'll give me enough room then to feed it through. Okay, we know the 3 sets of cables up to the dashboard. Now we've got to install the remote control. Now this can go anywhere on the dash. It can be screwed on or you can use a sticky pad. Now we want to put it somewhere where you can see it. Don't be honest with you, I've never really used them. But you don't want to put it somewhere where you're dismantling all the time because disconnecting it should be difficult enough. Right, the last part of this now is the cabling. Now as I said this at the start, this is one of the kind of things I don't like with the K5 is all the wiring is in one place. Just get our bearings now to see what we have cable wise. Right, after all the wirings are connected, we now have to tie them up. So a few cable ties are needed. Just be careful when you are wiring or tidying up the cabling. Make sure it don't interfere with the steering. Then we pull excess cabling up through the dashboard. The glove box area. So after all that's tidied up, reassemble your bike, put back on your seat. You will find a link down below in the description to all our Innovv products if you're interested in purchasing one. Our website is shinywing.com and that's it from me today. So thank you for joining us, and it's goodbye from Paul.